On July 17, 2010, Monroe County Election Commissioner Jim Miller called his wife Vicki just before lunch. He was bringing her a sample ballot for a friend.
He said, "I'm coming on home." He said, "I don't feel too good, and I'm going to come home and rest." And then, then he would go back out and do something. He never came home.
Jim Miller was last seen leaving the Election Commission office around noon in his black 2005 Crown Victoria four-door sedan, which looked very similar to this model that some say resembled an unmarked police car. Later that night, firefighters responding to a report of a fire in a rural area of Monroe County off Sands Road between Sweetwater and Madisonville found Jim Miller's burning vehicle. His body was found inside the trunk. His death was ruled a homicide. The subsequent investigation by criminal investigators with the TBI and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office resulted in one arrest and conviction, but agents believe there were more people involved in the murder. They say since the car was likely moved to the well-traveled Sands Road location in the late afternoon or early evening of July 17th, and dark smoke from the fire could be seen from a distance, someone could have seen something, that last bit of information they need.
Anybody that would have seen vehicles parked in or near this specific area off of Sands Road, or anybody that saw people walking up and down Sands Road during that time frame, or saw the smoke from the burning vehicle, any sites like that would be very helpful for our investigation.
We don't know if there was a car that followed the burned car, or the car that was eventually burned here and left, or whether or not the persons left this area walking down the roadway or were picked up by a secondary individual. So if anybody picked up anybody along the roadway on the night that was described, we would love to have that information, or specifically if you saw a vehicle in this area on Sands Road or leaving in some erratic way that might be suspicious to you, we would love to have that information.
Agents stress that even if you weren't a true eyewitness to the full set of circumstances, doesn't mean that what you may have seen or heard isn't valuable or relevant. Since a lot of work has already been done in this case, there are things investigative agencies already know, so even information the public thinks is insignificant could change the dynamic of this investigation.
There are a lot of times that because people think that the information that they have is not specifically relevant, and they just don't know how relevant that information can be, that a lot of times that information is not provided until we reach out and ask somebody specifically. And I think in this case, we just don't know who that specific person could be. So as the public, please consider this our formal request to, if you have something, to please say something.
Please, you just don't know what it's like to lose somebody and not know how you lost them, why you lost them, where you lost them. And Jim deserves this. He was good to people.
If you know or saw anything about the murder of Jim Miller in Monroe County on July 17, 2010, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND or email tips to TBI@tn.gov.